We start with an absolute beauty. Great rivalry. Pittsburgh Penguins at Washington Capitals. 7 p.m. Eastern, it pops off. These Penguins are coming off of a very high Sidney Crosby's 1,000th game. The Penguins open up as plus 100 dogs. The Capitals opened up at minus 120, but there's been a 5-cent move towards the Penguins. I'm now getting minus 115. And I love this move. I love getting the Capitals at minus 115 at home. A Capitals team that now is Samsonov between the pipes and is extremely deep and healthy for the first time all year. I love that the Penguins have won 2 straight against the Islanders in 4 of 5. They're coming off 2 different highs, this Penguins team. One, they're coming off the high of after the low of Jim Rutherford abandoning them. They're coming off the high of getting Brian Burke and Ron Hextall in. That makes them feel good about themselves. That excites them. Then they're coming off the high of Sidney Crosby's 1,000th hockey game, where all eyes in the NHL were on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Penguins are 9-6-1. They're just 2-5-1 on the road at the Capitals. That are 9-5-3, 6-3-1 at home. I'm on the Capitals minus 1 at plus 142. That's a minus 115 money line and a plus 205 puck line. I'm also on the over 6 at minus 125. I was expecting a 6.5, and it opened at most books at 6.5. It opened at 6.5 plus 100 and 6.5 minus 120, and then quickly went down to 6. Now, the last time these two teams faced, I was on the under 6.5 confidently. They'd played a few games in a row against each other, very high scoring, and I thought there was going to be a low scoring game. I doubled up there. I hit the Capitals on the minus 1 line. They won 3-1, and I hit the under 6.5. There's a recency bias going on in the marketplace. One, that the Pittsburgh Penguins are a really good hockey team. They're not looking at their road record. They're looking at this 9-6-1 overall record, which is okay. They're just looking at this run they've been on lately, and they're just looking at that 3-1 defensive battle. It's a perfect setup to double up here. Capital One Arena, Washington, D.C. We're expecting Tristan Jarry in goal, 5-5-1, 3.30 goals against average, 892 save percentage, weak goaltending. Ilya Samsonov, we expect to get another start. He's not looked great. He's 1-0-1, but he's got a 3.36 goals against average and 868 save percentage. The Penn special teams are atrocious. Can you believe you'd say that about a team that has Sidney Crosby on it? 14.9% power play, 74% penalty killing, and that's not on Sidney. They've just given them nothing, and their defense is extremely weak. Why do you think a very smart man like Jim Rutherford would abandon ship? It's not because he wants to retire. You'd think at 71 years of age he might want to retire. No, it's because he doesn't want to go down with this losing team. He tried to trade Chris Letang. Ownership wouldn't let him. So what did he say? He said, well, I'm going to apply my trade somewhere else. Capitals power play, 33.3%. And that's not that surprising. I mean, they'll probably end up around 27%, maybe 33s, maybe 5% higher than they'll actually end up. Their penalty killing, 79.3%. I mentioned these 2 highs the Penguins are coming down from. Crosby, spectacular, but this team has no depth. Their bottom 6 forwards are terrible. Their defense is weak, and their goaltending is bad. I'm going to be fading them moving forward, but you want to start fading them ahead of the market, and that's what we're doing right now. The Caps have won 3 of 4, and they're about to start rolling. I believe from top to bottom, they are the deepest team in the NHL. I'm saying that about a hockey team that's 22-1 to win the Stanley Cup. 22-1. Now, I already went in on them at 16-1, but and actually I bet it, but I didn't make it an official low bag pick. Well, I'll tell you what, it's time to make an official low bag pick at 22-1. So I'm going to be betting that when this show's over. Now, I don't need to put too much on it. You're getting a huge score at 22-1. I've already got some at 16-1. 9-5-3, and they've dealt with COVID issues, injuries. They're primed to make a run for the Stanley Cup. They have skill, size, and if Samsonov can get rolling post-COVID, they have goaltending. They have speed, toughness, experience. I do not think, and I stare at these lineups all day long, I do not think I'm too high on this Capitals team. I think that if you get on them now, you're way ahead of the market. 22-1. There's no team in the NHL that offers more value than the Capitals to win the Cup at 22-1. All right, that's how we start out. Capitals -1 + 142, and the over 6 at -125.